Thank you, Mr Speaker. He's got a lot of nerve asking about incomes and living standards and inflation after the mess that they left us to clean up. And, Mr Speaker, if you look right across the board, inflation was higher and rising on their watch. Living standards were falling substantially already when we came to office. Real wages were falling substantially when we came to office. And now, having acknowledged that there is an issue with pressure on living standards, the choice for this parliament over the course of the last 2.5 years was to help people with that or to leave them hanging. And this side of the House has spent 2.5 years with cost of living relief as its #1 priority, and at every single turn, those opposite have voted against that cost of living relief. And so how dare they come in here, Mr Speaker, and talk about living standards and wages and inflation when inflation was 3 times higher on their watch, and real wages fell for 5 consecutive quarters, and now they've grown for 4 consecutive quarters on our watch, when living standards were falling by 1.7% in the quarter of the election, 3 times faster than now.
Relevance, Mr Speaker. There was no compare and contrast with the previous government under that, but you can compare and contrast with the Whitlam government if you like.
Order. Yeah. The Treasurer was the part of the question I'm most interested in was how can Australians afford another 3 years of Labor? Now, the Treasurer is disagreeing with that, and he's saying why that is not the case.
I'm asked about living standards. Living standards are measured by real household disposable income. That was going backwards by 1.7% in the quarter of the election. And on that measure, living standards fell 14 quarters under those opposite, Mr Speaker. These are facts. And no amount of pre-cooked points of orders that somebody has to type out for him in order to make him look spontaneous is going to make up for the fact that living standards were falling when we came to office, real wages were falling when we came to office, and inflation was 3 times higher